I was 9 years old when I first saw someone fly. Not with wings, not with magic, but with strength, balance, and courage. That day I knew I wanted to fly too. The streets of Soweto were my playground. Cracked pavements, dusty air, and a sky that always felt too far away. But inside a small gym at the edge of our neighborhood, that's where dreams lived. Coach Thembi ran it, strict but kind. She saw me watching from outside and said, "If you want to learn, come tomorrow. Don't just stare through the window." That night, I couldn't sleep. Tomorrow meant everything. Training wasn't easy. The mats were torn, the bars were old, and I was just a barefoot girl chasing an impossible dream. My mother sold fruits to keep us alive. She didn't understand gymnastics. But every time I flipped, even if I fell, I felt something powerful: freedom. Coach used to say, "Balance isn't about staying still, Sarafina. It's about learning to move with control, even when life shakes you." So I learned to fall gracefully and rise stronger. Years passed. The little girl who played in dust was now competing on real floors, under bright lights. When they called my name, Sarafin Mokoena from Soweto, the crowd cheered like it was for all of us. I began to believe maybe I was born for this. Then came the fall, the Continental Games. My beam routine was perfect until one wrong landing. A snap, a scream, silence. The lights blurred, the cheers turned to whispers, and the dream I held so tightly slipped through my fingers. Doctors said I might never compete again. For weeks, I stared at my ceiling, wondering, who am I if I can't fly? Coach Thembi visited one evening. She brought a small girl with her wide-eyed, full of wonder. "She reminds me of you," she said, "and she needs someone to show her how to be brave." That night, something shifted in me. Maybe my purpose wasn't gone. Maybe it was changing. I started therapy. Slow, painful. Every step felt heavier than the last. But I remembered my coach's words: move with control, even when life shakes you. Weeks turned to months. I could walk again, then jog, then balance, one step, one breath, one heartbeat at a time. The day I returned to the gym, the air smelled of chalk and hope. I wasn't the same girl, I was stronger. Not because I never fell, but because I learned to rise. At a charity showcase, I performed again. No pressure, no medals, just love. Each move told my story of pain, perseverance, and rebirth. When I landed the final pose, the crowd stood. Tears, cheers, silence, then thunder. And I knew I'd finally found balance. Years later, I opened the Sarafina Gymnastics Center in Soweto for every girl who thought dreams like this weren't made for her. Now, when I watch them flip and laugh, I see myself again, a little girl chasing the sky. And I smile because I finally understand. I didn't just learn to fly. I learned to lift others too. Falling isn't failure. True balance is finding the strength to rise again.